Being nice is often seen as a good thing. We're taught from a young age to be kind, considerate and agreeable. But what happens when being nice crosses the line into people-pleasing or self-sacrifice? Can being too nice actually become harmful? The Stoics would say yes. In fact, they believed that always trying to be nice can lead to weakness, loss of self-respect, and even resentment. In this video, we'll explore the dangers of being too nice through the lens of Stoicism. The Stoics were wise in understanding that while kindness and compassion are important, they should never come at the cost of your own integrity or values. Being too nice often means putting others' needs above your own, even when it's not deserved or healthy. This can lead to burnout, frustration, and a loss of control over your life. Stoicism teaches us that it's crucial to find balance. You can be kind without being a doormat, generous without being taken advantage of, and helpful without losing sight of your own needs. The key is to act from a place of strength, not weakness. True Stoic kindness is rooted in wisdom, where you know when to say no and when to stand up for yourself. Throughout this video, we'll uncover the signs that you might be too nice and how to shift towards a more balanced approach. We'll discuss practical Stoic strategies to set boundaries, maintain your self-respect, and act with purpose rather than simply trying to make everyone happy. By the end, you'll see that being too nice isn't just about being polite, it's about giving away your power. Stoicism offers a way to reclaim that power without sacrificing kindness. If you're ready to learn how to be strong and kind without falling into the trap of being too nice, then let's dive in. So, let's break free from the myth that being nice means saying yes to everything. Instead, let's discover how to be firm, fair, and wise in our kindness, just like the Stoics. So, let's get started. 1. The problem of overgiving. The problem of overgiving is a common challenge that many people face, often without realizing it. On the surface, giving seems like a virtuous act, and it often is. But when we give too much, whether it's our time, energy, or resources, we can end up harming ourselves and others. The Stoics teach us that moderation is key, even when it comes to generosity. Overgiving often stems from a desire to please others or avoid conflict. You might find yourself saying yes to every request, even when it's draining you or taking away from your own needs. While it may feel good to help others, constantly overgiving can lead to burnout, resentment, and a loss of balance in your life. Stoicism encourages us to give, but with wisdom and intention. The Stoics believed that true virtue lies in balance. It's important to be kind and generous, but not at the expense of your own well-being. Overgiving can also create unhealthy dynamics in relationships, where others may come to expect or take advantage of your constant giving without reciprocating or respecting your boundaries. One of the core Stoic principles is to focus on what you can control. You can't control how others react to your generosity, but you can control how much you give and when. By setting limits and being mindful of your own needs, you can avoid the trap of overgiving while still being compassionate and helpful. Another issue with overgiving is that it can prevent others from learning to help themselves. When you constantly step in to fix problems or provide support, you might unintentionally hinder someone's growth or independence. The Stoics believed in empowering others, not enabling them. In the end, it's about finding a balance between giving and preserving your own energy and well-being. The Stoics remind us that you can only truly help others when you're in a good place yourself. So, practice generosity, but do it wisely. Give from a place of strength, not depletion, and remember that saying no at times is just as important as saying yes. By doing so, you'll be able to maintain your own peace of mind while still making a positive impact on the world. 2. The garden analogy. The garden analogy is a powerful way to understand Stoic philosophy and how we can apply it to our lives. Imagine your life as a garden. Just like a garden needs care and attention to grow and flourish, so does your inner life. The Stoics believed that just as gardeners tend to their plants, we need to tend to our minds and actions to cultivate a good life. In a garden, there are things we can control and things we can't. We can plant seeds, water them, and pull out weeds, but we can't control the weather or the pests. Similarly, in life, we can control our thoughts, actions, and responses, but not external events or other people's actions. The Stoics teach us to focus on what we can control, our own behavior and mindset, and accept what we can't control with equanimity. A well-tended garden is full of healthy plants and flowers, while a neglected one becomes overrun with weeds. This is analogous to our lives. When we pay attention to our virtues, like wisdom, courage, and justice, we create a life that's vibrant and fulfilling. Neglecting these virtues, or letting negative emotions and habits take root, can lead to a life that feels chaotic and unbalanced. We also need to be patient with our garden. Plants don't grow overnight, and personal growth doesn't happen instantly either. The Stoics remind us that progress takes time and effort. Just as a gardener must be patient and persistent, we too must practice patience with ourselves and our journey towards self-improvement. Moreover, just as a garden benefits from regular care, our minds and souls need regular reflection and practice. This might mean setting aside time each day to reflect on our actions, learn from our experiences, and make adjustments as needed. By nurturing our inner garden, we create a more peaceful and resilient life. In essence, the garden analogy helps us understand that our lives, like gardens, require deliberate care and attention. By focusing on what we can control, cultivating our virtues, and being patient with our growth, we create a life that's both rich and rewarding. So take time to tend to your inner garden and watch as it blooms with wisdom and tranquility. 3. True generosity. True generosity goes beyond simply giving away things or helping others. According to Stoicism, true generosity is rooted in wisdom and virtue, and it reflects a deeper understanding of what it means to give. It's not just about the act of giving, but about giving in a way that aligns with your values and maintains your own well-being. The Stoics believed that true generosity is about giving from a place of strength and purpose, not out of obligation or to gain approval. It's important to give with intention, ensuring that your actions are aligned with your principles and that they contribute positively to both your own life and the lives of others. This kind of giving is thoughtful and mindful rather than automatic or driven by external pressures. Generosity should also respect your own limits. The Stoics taught that we must balance our own needs with our desire to help others. Overextending yourself can lead to burnout and resentment, which ultimately diminishes the quality of your generosity. By understanding your own boundaries and practicing self-care, you can give more effectively and sustainably. True generosity is also about empowering others rather than just providing temporary relief. It's about offering support that helps others grow and become self-sufficient. This might mean sharing knowledge, teaching skills, or providing encouragement, rather than simply giving material resources. The Stoics also emphasized the importance of not expecting anything in return. Generosity that seeks rewards or recognition is not truly generous. When you give without strings attached, you act from a place of genuine care and integrity. This aligns with the Stoic ideal of focusing on what you can control, your own actions and intentions, rather than being concerned with the outcomes or responses of others. Ultimately, true generosity is about acting with virtue and authenticity. It's about giving with a clear mind, respecting your own limits, and striving to make a meaningful impact. By embodying these Stoic principles, you can practice generosity that is not only beneficial to others, but also fulfilling for yourself. 4. The art of saying no. The art of saying no is a crucial skill in Stoicism and can greatly enhance your well-being and personal strength. Saying no might feel uncomfortable, especially if you're used to pleasing others or avoiding conflict. However, Stoicism teaches us that setting boundaries and protecting our time and energy is essential for living a balanced and virtuous life. When you say no, you're not just refusing a request, you're choosing to focus on what truly matters to you. The Stoics believed in directing your efforts toward what aligns with your values and goals. By saying no to things that don't serve your purpose or that overextend you, you create space for what is truly important and fulfilling. The art of saying no involves clear and respectful communication. It's not about being rude or dismissive, but about being honest and direct. When you say no calmly and confidently, you respect both your own boundaries and the other person's right to hear your decision. This approach maintains your integrity while also honoring the other person's request. It's important to remember that saying no doesn't make you a bad person. In fact, it's a sign of self-respect and maturity. The Stoics emphasized the importance of self-control and managing your commitments wisely. By saying no when necessary, you avoid overcommitting and ensure that you can give your best to the things you choose to engage with. The Stoics also teach that we should not feel guilty for saying no. Guilt often comes from a desire to be liked or to avoid discomfort, but it's not a healthy or productive response. Instead, focus on the reasons for your decision and trust that setting boundaries is a way of caring for yourself and others. In practice, saying no can be a powerful tool for managing stress and maintaining balance. It helps you protect your time and energy, ensuring that you have the resources to devote to the things that truly matter. By mastering this art, you can live a life that's more aligned with your values and goals, free from unnecessary obligations and distractions. So embrace the art of saying no with confidence. Remember that it's an act of self-respect and wisdom, helping you stay true to yourself and your priorities. By saying no when needed, you create a more focused, fulfilling, and stoic life. 5. Finding balance. Finding balance is a central theme in Stoicism and a key to living a fulfilling life. The Stoics believed that a balanced life involves harmonizing our desires, actions, and emotions in a way that aligns with our values and principles. Balance isn't about avoiding challenges or extremes, but about managing them wisely and maintaining inner stability. To find balance, start by understanding what truly matters to you. The Stoics taught that focusing on things within your control and letting go of what you can't control helps maintain equilibrium. By prioritizing your values and goals, you create a sense of purpose that guides your actions and decisions. Balance also means managing your emotions and responses. It's natural to feel highs and lows, but Stoicism teaches us to approach these feelings with calmness and perspective. Instead of being overwhelmed by intense emotions, strive to maintain a steady mind. This doesn't mean suppressing feelings, but rather responding to them thoughtfully and with moderation. Another aspect of balance is managing your time and energy. Overcommitting yourself can lead to stress and burnout, while undercommitting might leave you feeling unfulfilled. The Stoics advise setting clear priorities and boundaries to ensure that you're dedicating your time to activities that align with your principles and goals. This approach helps you avoid extremes and find a rhythm that works for you. Balancing your relationships is also important. Healthy relationships involve give and take, where you contribute and receive support in equal measure. The Stoics encourage us to be fair and respectful, setting boundaries when needed and maintaining a sense of integrity in our interactions. In essence, finding balance is about creating harmony in various aspects of your life: emotional, mental, and practical. It involves understanding your priorities, managing your responses, and maintaining healthy boundaries. By applying Stoic principles and striving for moderation, you can achieve a more balanced and fulfilling life. So, take time to reflect on areas where you may need more balance. Consider where you might be overextending yourself or where you could invest more effort. With mindfulness and practice, you'll cultivate a life that's steady, purposeful, and aligned with your values, embodying the true spirit of Stoicism. 6. Self-respect and boundaries. Self-respect and boundaries are crucial aspects of living a Stoic life, and they play a vital role in maintaining our well-being and integrity. Self-respect involves valuing yourself and your principles, while boundaries help protect your time, energy, and values from being compromised. Self-respect starts with recognizing your own worth and standing firm in your beliefs. The Stoics taught that we should live according to our values, regardless of external opinions or pressures. By respecting yourself, you align your actions with your principles and maintain your dignity. This means making choices that reflect who you are and what you stand for, even if they are not popular or easy. Boundaries are about setting limits to protect your personal space and well-being. They help ensure that your needs and values are respected by others. The Stoics believed that it's essential to define what you're willing to accept and what you're not. Clear boundaries prevent others from taking advantage of you and help maintain healthy relationships. Setting boundaries is also an act of self-care. When you establish limits, you're taking responsibility for your own well-being and ensuring that you have the time and energy to focus on what truly matters to you. This might involve saying no to requests that overextend you or communicating your needs and limits clearly to others. Maintaining self-respect and boundaries requires courage and honesty. It means standing up for yourself, even when it's uncomfortable or when others might not understand. The Stoics encourage us to be true to ourselves and not to compromise our values or well-being for the sake of pleasing others. In practical terms, self-respect and boundaries can be seen in everyday decisions. It's about choosing to spend time with people who support and respect you, avoiding situations that undermine your values, and taking care of your physical and emotional health. By practicing self-respect and setting boundaries, you create a life that is more aligned with your principles and needs. You build stronger, more respectful relationships and maintain a greater sense of control over your life. Ultimately, these practices help you live with integrity and peace of mind, embodying the Stoic ideal of living a life true to oneself. 7. The ripple effect. The ripple effect is a concept that illustrates how our actions can have far-reaching impacts, even if they seem small at first. In Stoicism, this idea is significant because it helps us understand the importance of our choices and behavior on both ourselves and the world around us. Imagine dropping a small pebble into a pond. At first, the impact seems tiny, but soon ripples spread out across the water, touching everything in their path. Similarly, our actions and decisions, no matter how minor they seem, can create a ripple effect that influences others and our environment. The Stoics believed that every action we take, no matter how small, contributes to the greater whole. By acting with virtue and integrity, we create positive ripples that can lead to meaningful changes. For example, a kind word or a thoughtful gesture might inspire others to act similarly, spreading goodwill and creating a more positive environment. On the flip side, negative actions also have ripple effects. An unkind word or a selfish action can lead to further negativity, affecting not only the immediate situation, but also those who witness it. The Stoics taught us to be mindful of our actions, recognizing that they can set off a chain reaction that extends far beyond our immediate surroundings. Understanding the ripple effect encourages us to act with greater awareness and responsibility. It reminds us that our behavior has consequences and that we should strive to make choices that contribute positively to the world. By focusing on virtues like kindness, honesty, and respect, we ensure that our ripples create a more harmonious and compassionate world. In practical terms, this means taking care in how we interact with others, how we handle challenges, and how we contribute to our communities. Every small act of integrity or kindness can set off a series of positive effects, leading to a more fulfilling and impactful life. So, consider the ripple effect in your daily life. Recognize the power of your actions and how they extend beyond immediate results. By living in alignment with Stoic principles and making choices that reflect your values, you create ripples that enhance both your life and the lives of those around you. As we conclude our exploration of the dangers of being too nice, remember that true kindness and strength come from balance and self-awareness. The Stoics teach us that while it's important to be compassionate and considerate, it's equally crucial to maintain your own boundaries and integrity. Being too nice can lead to burnout, resentment, and a loss of self-respect, which ultimately undermines your ability to genuinely help others. By understanding the risks of overgiving and people-pleasing, you can find a healthier way to be kind. Practice setting clear boundaries, saying no when necessary, and ensuring that your generosity is thoughtful and intentional. This way, you protect your own well-being while still contributing positively to those around you. Remember, Stoicism isn't about rejecting kindness. It's about being wise in how you offer it. Strive to be compassionate from a place of strength, not weakness. When you act with purpose and respect for yourself, your kindness becomes more meaningful and sustainable. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with more insights on Stoicism and personal growth. Share your experiences in the comments. How have you navigated the balance between kindness and self-respect? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and remember, true strength lies in knowing when to give and when to protect yourself. Embrace the Stoic path of balanced generosity, and you'll find that your kindness becomes a powerful tool for both personal and collective growth. Stay thoughtful, stay strong, and keep striving for a life of wisdom and integrity.